I don't know about you, but the part that I probably dread the most in the kitchen, cleaning the dishes. But there are several things that I can't live without. I thought I would take you on a journey of just a few of those. Alright, so come on. Thing number one, a great pull down faucet. Now I'm not talking about one of those that you can get, it's like $29.99. This is like a $200+ faucet. We've had two different Deltas, have loved both of them. It's just my go-to faucet. There's three settings. There's setting number one. There's setting number two. Now, I'll be honest, I either use setting number one, I rarely use setting number two, but I use setting number three a lot. And there's a little button up here, and if I press that button, it comes out like that. And I'm able to pull it down into my sink, which you cannot see, but it keeps all the water from spraying everywhere. Before we got this faucet, we had another faucet, and every time I washed any dishes by hand, myself, the floor, the counters, everything would be drenched wet and the dishes would not come clean. But with Delta's technology here in their faucet, it has really helped. Let me show you an example. This strainer is really difficult to clean. I put peaches in it and I failed to rinse it out afterwards. My mistake. However, the faucet helped me out greatly. I rubbed my soap on the outside, I rubbed it on the inside, and then I took the faucet, I pulled it down, and I used that third setting. I cleaned it all around, and it cleaned my strainer for me. This is not a deep sink, so it was difficult to clean dishes in here prior to getting this faucet, but once I got the faucet, the need to get a new sink kind of went out the window. I love that there's a soap dispenser that matches the faucet that comes with it. However, how often do you need something that's to use soap other than right here? So I purchased these glass soap dispensers. I actually bought, it was a 2-in-1 on Amazon, and I absolutely love them. Everything I've tried before has been terrible, but it does not leak, it does not come down the side, it just has been the perfect little thing, and I can take it to another area if I want. Some good dish rags. Dish rag, dish washcloth, whatever you want to call them. I have 3 different types. I have the regular dish rag. Use it on almost everything. I've got a dish rag that has soft side on one side and really rough on the other for those hard to get on spots. Works really well. I use it too. And last, this is called a pot scrubber. Got it at Target. I think this one I got at Target, this one I got at Walmart. You can get these pretty much anywhere. So it's a must-have for me. I can't tell you the number of times I came to the sink and everything is in it. I've got nasty utensils, I've got dirty soap water, I've got, it's just a mess. Well, I made one change, and it has helped a lot. What I have here is just a little cup, and any utensil utensils that can go in the dishwasher go in this cup. That way all the dirty utensils are in the cup and not in the sink. The other thing we did was bought a crock for tools. Generally, that's what they're used for like spatulas and things. But instead of that, I use it to put dirty knives that we've used that can't be put in the dishwasher. This way they don't get stuck in the sink and I don't cut myself. It has been a game changer. Alright, number 5. Number 5 game changer when washing dishes. Bottle brush. Cheap but effective. We don't have babies. We don't have children. But we do have lots of things that this comes in handy for cleaning other than bottles. One little handy tip is if you have an open sink like I do and there's cabinets on either side, hang it up on the side of the cabinet with a little hook and it will dry and it will stay nice and fresh as the day almost that you bought it. We've had this one for 3 years and it almost still looks brand new because of the way I take care of it. That's 5 things that I can't live without in my kitchen that helps me wash the dishes. What about drying the dishes? I'm so glad you asked because there are several things that you might not have thought of that will help you when drying your dishes. How many times have you pulled out from the dishwasher wet plastic and you don't have time to dry them and they're not going to dry just sitting in your dishwasher? Well, what I'm about to show you is a game changer. I use these for cooling bread. I use them for cooling cookies. I use them for anything that I was making. But then I stopped making stuff and I thought, well, that's a waste. But at the same time, I was trying to solve my drying dish problems. I had the standard old thing that you use to put wet dishes in, and it just wasn't working for me. So I had to come up with a solution that would. The best thing about these is that they can stack. It helps with dishes too. I use a cookie cooling sheet, a baking cooling sheet, rack sheet thing for my dishes. Now, let me show you over here in the corner that's next to my knife section what my dishes or what my dish drying area normally looks like. I have an extra large jumbo drying mat. And on top of the mat, hidden under all these dishes, cookie drying rack. And you see how there's plenty of room underneath. So I set things on top and it allows air to circulate and things dry. You say, but I've got more dishes than that to dry. Well, let me show you what happened to me. You know, I've been making things. Well, you may not know that yet, but I've been making things for Can You Make? And I had a lot of dishes. And I utilized 5 of my 6 baking sheets. 4 up here. And as you see, I've got one stacked on top of the other here with my smaller things like my rolling pin on the bottom one and then larger things that won't fit on the bottom there. And I've stacked everything else. I also love, oh, I forgot about this. I like this silicone sponge too. It's one of my favorite things to use to wash dishes. This one's not quite dry yet. Since I used it, since I don't make bread anymore. I use these strictly for drying things. I don't use it for anything else. I don't use it for cleaning or wiping down counters, just for drying things. So, and one of the extra large jumbo mats fits 3 side by side. So if I had a lot of smaller ones, I could actually fit 6 or more up here if I needed to. But today I only needed the 4 over here. Is there anything else that I just cannot live without? The dishwasher. I love my dishwasher. It does not dry well, but it's a dishwasher, not a dish dryer. I have to make sure that when it's finished its cycle, I open it up because then it tends to dry better. But we have a Bosch dishwasher, and it is very, very quiet, and it cleans utensils very, very well. So there you have it. My favorite things to use when I'm washing dishes. Hope something I suggested gives you a helpful hint and makes washing dishes for you a little easier. See you later. Bye. Since I stopped making bread, why is it moving way over there at the little square?